Hello and welcome to BusyWorksBeats.com. Today I'm going to show you an important concept when it comes to melody. Everybody tries to skip over chords when it comes to melody, and that's why they're stuck with melody. Most melody is like broken apart chords or an understanding between one note and another. That's called harmony. So I'll play you guys some chords just to show you how important chords are to the top line. So in this case, we're listening to the top note of these chords. This is our melody, but we're playing it alongside of other notes, so we're harmonizing. But these top notes are our melody. So in the course, I will show you how to build a chord progression like this to where you can have a lot of movement without deviating from the vibe of the chords. And then it just keeps adding that ear candy to pull you back in. So understanding that, mentally separating the top note from the rest of the chord will help you guys make better melodies, because these are really big chords. These are 5-note chords. And if you guys invert these notes down, you're really playing the second most of the time. If you guys don't know what the second is, I'll cover that in the course. But basically, this is a major second interval from the tonic. Here we have a minor third. We're playing a major second, another major second, a minor third, major second, minor third, major second. What is this here? A minor third, major second, major second, minor third. This is a major third. And then we have a major second, minor third. So as you guys can see, it's really just cycling between the minor third interval and the major second interval for the most part of this course, chord progression. So if we were to take out even the rest of the notes and just play this in its position, it's kind of blends in. It's not really a standout, but once we raise it up an octave, now we can separate it. Let's even do something more exaggerative, which is to pull it up another octave, just so you guys can really hear. Let me up my buffer length as we do this. So that's the melody we're listening to. Okay, but voicing is important too, knowing which octave to place the notes, knowing, do we raise the third? Do we keep the third in its position? This is what we'll cover in the course. I just want to show you guys how complex it can truly get. And we'll build a chord progression from scratch. Okay, let's build a chord progression from scratch. We're going to move pretty quickly here because in the course, I'm going to break it down step by step. For now, I'm just going to give you guys, a starting point. We're going to start in C major just to make this simple. Start at D minor 9. You guys already know, for those who watch a lot, we're going to go to the dominant ninth, starting at G, and then we're going to go to the major ninth of C. Now, right now, it's just a very bland voicing. It's very bland. Let's add the metronome. And now let's give it timing. So timing, all these elements add up. And I show you all the elements to make stuff sound more unique. Let's pull this over. Okay, so everything's playing super loud. It doesn't sound realistic. So what we're going to do is alter this chord here. Okay, and then we'll also turn this down. So now everything's not slammingly hard. All right, now we're going to go to a different key. So I even show you guys how to go out of key on purpose. Okay, so a lot in this course. Let's copy the same exact thing here. And now I'm going to show you a different way to go out of key, which we're going to use that minor chord, but we're going to start from a different specific point. And then we're going to revoice the chord. And this is why I said understanding melody as a part of a chord helps you guys understand the bigger picture of melody. I'll even do different things. So this is called a substitution. So let's say we want to make another change up. These puzzle pieces you guys can use to create change ups. So now I'm using another substitution over here. That's a little dark for me. So I'm going to raise one of these notes because I just don't want the sound to sound that dark. There we go. So look how quickly we did it, because I'm not looking at all the notes. I know what we're doing as far as the concepts, and then you stack concepts. We're not worried about each and every single note. We're talking about concepts. So whenever you guys want convoluted chord progressions, convoluted melodies that are more complex, you have to simplify it, and you're building with more simplified blocks as opposed to building with note by note by note. So when people tell you to click in notes, to do that all the way through here would take a long time without understanding what's actually happening. Then I'll show you guys one last technique. We're going to take the third and raise it up an octave. Just going to copy this to a different instrument. So I'm basically going through each chord, figuring out where is the third. I'm going to copy these, and let's clone the instrument. We're using this plugin called Pianotech for the sound. And let's go in here, because I got rid of Keyscape. Let's add that. Now we're going to raise that up an octave. Now, when you have big chords like this, you're going to have clashing, because now the ninth is fighting against that third. So if you guys were to dumb down your chords, let's do that on the second half. Let's copy this over. Let's make these seventh chords instead of ninth chords. That way the third has space to actually play. And this is why you guys got to understand the relationship between chords and melody, because simply just copying melodic rules won't necessarily give you the sound. So now we're going to take out the ninths here. So for the top notes here, we're going to take these off. So we're dumbing down the chords. It will change the sound dramatically, because now we're going to seventh chords and the dominant seventh, which is a different feel to it. But let's see what it sounds like with that raised third. Now it's very gospel-y sounding. That's super gospel-y sounding. This was an accident, but it sounded good. This note way up here. I'm gonna actually change that last note. I don't know how this note had 2 octaves. Actually, it doesn't match, so I forgot where we even were with that. Let's Control B. I tried to override it, but let's just leave that human mistake I made by raising that up an octave. Let's leave it there. But technically, the note D that's up top should be dropped down an octave. Okay, I went back too far. Oh my goodness, let's redo till we get back to where we were. Come on. So what I'm going to do here is do the same thing I did before, taking out the ninth. So right now those notes are clashing. When people tell you music theory isn't needed, it's like that's how you get to the gospel sound, the R&B sound, the neo soul sound, the soul sound, the bluesy sound. They use a lot of music theory concepts. All right, so if you guys want to learn melody, go to busyworksbeats.com/melody mastery. I'm going to leave a link below. You could join the waiting list for when the course actually comes out. Peace out, guys. Subscribe if you're new.